It's Fuse! Yes, it's your boy Fuse ODG, and you are now tuned into Westside TV. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere.
Yo, it's your boy Willzy here.
And it's your girl Shahna Says, and we are here with Fuse ODG, who has just dropped his new album, New Africa Nation. So, yes.
Before we jump into like deep questions, so I first want to know like starting your musical journey, right? Because I'm Caribbean, but my friendship group is all Africans. So growing up with them, you know, being in their houses, calling their mum auntie, you know what I mean? Whenever they wanted to like venture off into something a bit more creative or even sporty, it was a strict like no. Lawyer, doctor, businessman. Did you find that kind of backlash when you wanted to pursue music when it came to your parents, or was it straight away a very supportive kind of household?
Yeah, but that was a deep question though.
Was it really deep? I tried to like, you know what I mean?
Just gonna get deep. But I mean, my parents definitely typical African parents, and they did want me to, you know, get a uni degree. You know, be a doctor or whatever. It's just something respectable that can bring money. I think with my parents, it's more about earning something substantial to be able to look after them. You know, African parents, they have a lot of kids and hope that one of them will hit the jackpot. Kind of. So, but they allowed me to make music in the house. And I did get my uni degree.
Okay.
You know,
what was that in?
Business management.
Okay, kept them happy then.
Yeah, exactly. To that picture, you know. To that, you know, the graduation picture for them. You go to the house, it's right there, you know. So proud of it. But they did allow me to make noise in the house, you know, staying with them in my room, and everybody would come to my house, we would make music and all of that. But yeah, I wouldn't say that they were like fully supporting, but they allowed.
Okay. Yeah. As long as you stayed in uni.
And of course, when I started making substantial amount of money, it was just like, we
always told you could do it.
Exactly, we believed in you from early, you know. So definitely, man, I have their full support. Even my album launch, we just launched like a couple of weeks ago. They were there, both of my parents were there. So
we
nice.
saw, man. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
So speaking about your parents at the album launch party, I actually attended, and you said it was your first launch party. So how did you think that went? Because I had a great time.
It was good. It was good. I mean, it's my first ever launch, album launch, listening party. And I really enjoyed it. The kind of people who were there were good people, who were open and friendly, who felt at home being there. You know, I really liked the energy. The feedback was amazing. The food was crazy. You know, everyone that showed up, you know, big up the man them that came through, the beautiful ladies that came through. Big up Gigs, Bizzle, Chip, you know, Westwood, Ras Kwame. Of course, big up Westside Radio for, you know, for being
love
there
for the guest list
and supported. You know, there was a lot of people there, man. It was lovely. Jamelia was there. Jamelia is someone who I used to love so much, like, you know, look up to. Seeing a black woman on TV back in the day. That was Jamelia. Who was a lot of people were there, and it was nice to have that kind of support. You know, for my album.
So now that the album's out, what's the kind of first your personal kind of feedback on the whole project itself, and what was the feedback with everyone else, even your peers?
Now the feedback has been phenomenal, actually. And I'm very proud to bring out a body of work like this, because it has the content in there, it has the dance in there, it has the vibe in there, but it also has the message. You know, and the feedback that we've been getting, it's just, I've never had feedback like that, because I feel like I gave people a different side of you, so that they'd probably never experienced before. You know, so definitely very proud of, you know, the feedback that we've been getting so far. A lot of people are loving quality. Because it's just, you know, but there's a lot of songs, it's crazy, there's a lot of songs that people love, so we're gonna shoot a lot of videos.
Of course. So sort of like, so at least of my memory and my understanding, the term that's been coined, this quote unquote Afro swing in the UK that's been coined, I guess my first exposure to the African sound in the UK was you. So I kind of I feel like now that it's the trend, that people are kind of thinking, okay, if I sprinkle some African flavor on this record, it's it's gonna get me popping. Do you see that as sort of like they're paying some sort of homage, and that you like it now that everyone's doing it because it does spread the sound, and of course it makes it easier for you to do your sound? Or do you kind of feel like maybe at some point now it's kind of a bit of cultural appropriation to what your sound is, where everyone's just now using it to try and get popping?
Yeah, it's nice to see everyone being inspired by the Afro groove and using it in their music. But what I always say is it's okay to be inspired by African sounds, Afro beats, Afro wave, Afro swing, but also you have to be part of that community. If something happens in that community, what are you doing to support that community? 100%. So it's not just about using the music and exploiting the music, it's what are you contributing towards that community as well. So, and I always, whenever I meet somebody who's used the Afro sound, I always try to understand how they're thinking, and to make sure that are you gonna come to Africa? Are you gonna come to Ghana? Are you gonna? What are you? What's your vibe? What are you doing to contribute to that community? So definitely, as long as their heart's in the right place and they want to contribute to that community, I'm happy. And everybody that I've worked with, from Ed Sheeran, to Steph, like they are, they're interested and they're invested in the African continent, and I like that they're more than just taking inspiration from the music, and they're investing as well. So, definitely.
So you said about the message and working with people like Ed Sheeran and Steph London. So I just want you to tell the people again what the message is with this album, because it's clear in the lyrics and everything, but I want to hear it from your mouth.
I mean, my first album was This Is New Africa, Tino, and the idea of that album was to change the perception of Africa, develop a love for Africa. So you'd see me, always talking about, how amazing Africa is, and we need to go Africa. And I would even turn down opportunities that to me was more detrimental to Africa, because it didn't make sense to the betterment of the continent, but it was more of, it felt like it was exploiting. Like Band-Aid. So there's things that I had to turn down because of the mission that we were on. To change that perception of Africa, and to improve the continent. But from there, we're at a sequel where we're now building. It's just no longer just talking about it. Yes, we now have a group of proud Africans, a whole nation of proud Africans. Like what you're saying, a lot of people are now taking inspiration with the Afro groove, or Afro swing, or whatever. So we're now using this group of nation to build. It's now time to build. So that's really what this album is about, building as a people. We get together, we spend time, we build trust, we do business. It's about building. So that's why everything I'm involved in right now, it's all about building, from the school, building the school in Ghana, to the dolls. We have 9 dolls, African dolls, based on historical African women. We have our clothing line, the festival, we just launched the festival over in Ghana. We've got another one coming up end of this year as well. So everything is quite tangible now, rather than just talking about it. So this album was about, let's get together and let's build a new African nation. Nice.
So in the UK, your sound is loved in the UK. Whenever you drop something, the love you receive, I see, is like pretty much beautiful, especially when you're doing the authentic African sound. This country is proper taken to it. What's the response other parts of the globe to your pure African sound, like the Americas, like the Latino side of the world? What's the kind of response?
It's crazy. I get a lot of streaming from so many different countries, from like Australia to Mexico.
What's the weirdest one where you thought, wow, my music is...
There's a place called Tonga.
Okay, Tonga.
It's like an island. It's close to Australia.
Okay.
And they love my music over there. I think there's another island there. I need to try and remember it. What's the name of the other island? It's close to Tonga as well. But it's like, my music is like, Azonto is like the national anthem. I saw them performing on their version of X Factor.
Okay.
Like that. And you just see people doing covers on my songs.
Wow.
Like every song that I release, like you see them doing covers over there. So I would love to go over there to them sides to to do a show. But yes, it's a place that I'd never heard of before until I saw, them posting about my music.
Yeah, that's good, man.
So obviously we're speaking about international, and you want to go to Tonga. Where else are you planning to go? Are you going to go on a tour?
Yeah, 100%. We're gonna do a worldwide tour. Of course, we're gonna have a leg of tour in the UK.
Yeah.
Of course, in Africa as well. So what we want to do is we want to kind of take it across, the world. US, Europe, and we kind of come back to the UK. Then we take it to Ghana.
Okay, so Ghana's gonna be the home. Yeah. Okay.
So definitely, we're gonna be doing
So you said that in Tonga, Azonto, kind of their national anthem. Is there anyone you've seen do the Azonto? And I'm hoping you name some celebs that you thought, wow, you've just destroyed that. Like,
there's been too many people though that's tried it. So everybody was doing Azonto.
Yeah.
I even saw a picture of David Cameron doing it one time.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What was your impressions on David Cameron? Did he execute it correctly? Let's just start there.
He didn't. But definitely it's just went crazy. Everybody's doing it. But yeah, I mean, you just have to allow people, isn't it? You can't judge everybody.
Yeah.
With their dance, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah.
Do you find it because you got loads of hit records, and what I find when someone comes out of a dance song, it's quite hard for the follow up because a lot of people come out, have a dance song, it's a hit, and then the next song, if it's not another dance, it's like, okay, you kind of one hit wonderish. Like, so when a dance song hits, the next song is always difficult. Did you find it difficult to have a follow up after such a big song like Azonto?
Yeah, to me, I didn't feel the pressure, and because I knew it was a simple song for me as an artist, the way that my mind is, the way my songwriting skills are, I already knew, and I knew I could do a lot better than that. It just happens to be that song was so catchy that people loved it, so I knew I could do better. So when I came up with Antenna, to me that I just knew that Azonto was gonna get smashed.
Okay, yeah.
And then after that, I wanted to switch it up. I didn't want people to think that I'm only just doing dance music, so I did Million Pound Girl.
Yes.
Just to slow it down. And that's the Afro kind of swing. I always kind of like to think ahead as well to see and explore different tempos in the Afrobeat world. So it's just good to see that all these kind of tempos and vibes that we touched on, it really inspired a whole new generation. So
nice to hear that. So we've got well, I tried to think of a name, but I couldn't think of a name. So we're just gonna call it a game, right? So we're just gonna call it a game, right? So just to see if it's put you in scenarios, and so for example, would you rather pay a parking fine or Azonto on the spot?
To get away from
yeah.
I'll Azonto.
Okay, so that's the kind of that's a simple
Azonto.
one. That's a simple one. That's the kind of gist of the game, right?
Yeah. Parking fines in this country peak.
Trust me. So the first one I have here is: would you get a friend in the club if you had to Azonto at the door?
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Yeah, if we'll get them in, I'll bust. I like fooling anyways, man. Like making a fool of myself because life is short, man. I'll definitely do it. Yeah.
Okay. You should got one, Shahna. Go on.
So I have one. This one's quite easy as well.
Right.
You know how in Thought Park the queues are long, and they said, you know what? If you're Zonto for us and do a little shaku as well, you can get on the ride early. Would you do that?
But every ride though, every ride you want to get on, if you want to skip the queue, you have to Azonto.
I'll do it.
Yeah?
It's easy. Like I want to get, the queues can be really long.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes if I feel bad, when you got the VIP.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just long ass queues. Like,
okay. So you have to go shopping with your mum, and you have to carry all the bags all day. Or you stay home in Azonto.
Or stay home?
And Azonto, yeah.
I mean, when you bring my mum into it, if my mum always used to send me to Lidl to do shopping for her. Like,
yeah.
Mitcham. I could never Azonto my way out of it. I'm carrying the bags, man. She'll make me Azonto while I was carrying the bag.
Are you, just to kind of wrap up, do you still love kind of performing the Azonto? I would have thought that you'd be in certain places and then people would just expect you to just like there and then Azonto like.
I love performing it still. It's just because it's nice to. It's almost like it takes me on a memory lane when I'm performing songs. You know, from Light It Up with Major Lazer. Like I'm able to do Antenna, £1 Million Girl, Tino, Angel. You know what I'm saying? Or like, song with Sarkodie, Diamond One, or whatever. Like, it's or No Daylight. Fast Tempo. Like, it's just nice. And then to be able to do Azonto and man, we've got a lot of songs.
I must have thought it's like easy in some ways even cheating. Where you just know you got songs that are just gonna hit regardless. Like I'm just gonna drop Azonto and it's like easy now.
I mean, I don't take it for granted. It's definitely it's a blessing from God, and that's why again I use this blessing as a platform to help the continent and help my people.
Yeah, I hear that, man.
So you took like a little break for the past couple of years. So in that process, what was you doing? Was you just trying to build your album or working on it?
I wouldn't even call it a break because I was working on the album. I was doing features as well, and I was also building the school in Ghana while I was working on the album as well, and just doing shows all over the world. But definitely I've always still been making music, and I'm glad that the album is finally out now, and we're back out and active.
No. Well, thank you. Sorry, go on.
Sorry. Also, how did the collaborations come about? Because you've got some crazy names on there, like Ed Sheeran. You've got actually speaking native language. So, how did these come about?
I mean, Ed Sheeran decided to come to Ghana. Because every time I'd bump into him, I'd be like, yo, you need to come to Ghana, because he said he loves Afrobeats, loves music. So I said, then come to Ghana and experience, Africa. And there was a time where he took a break and he messaged me saying, is the offer still up? I go, what? Like, of course, that's Ed. Like, come true. So we linked up there, spent about a week in Ghana. So he got to soak in the culture and love our culture and love the music and love everything that we're doing from the school, to, everything else that we're doing on ground. And, naturally everybody around us was speaking Tree anyway. So he's like, now let's make a song speaking Tree. So, and he got it so quick.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, he sounded really good.
He got it so quick. Every time the idea would come and I'd tell him, he'd just get it like that, and you can see the passion and his willingness to want to get it right, and you can hear that through the song, on Bwame. And also not just Bwame, there's a song that we wrote that made onto his album that sold millions of records.
Go on, flex, man. It's alright. Flex is cool. Flex.
I know won a Grammy.
Pop color, go on.
It's nice to know that we have a Ghanaian song, with a Tree title. He's speaking Tree, and we wrote it together, and it to go on to win awards like that.
It's brilliant, man. Well, of course, man. Thank you for joining us on Westside, man.
Thank you for having me.
Always show us love again with the guest list to your album launch party.
Anytime. You guys need to come Ghana now.
I'm about to say, boy. I'm about to say. We'll be there, man. You know what I mean? But no, thank you for joining us on Westside, man. Always playing your hits, and
thank you for having
whenever you're ready to drop projects and come sit down with us again, man. We love having you, man.
Appreciate you guys, fam.
Nice. It's your boy Willzy here,
and it's your girl Shahna Says.
And make sure you subscribe to Westside TV.